Beaver. Yeah. So it's good to see everybody. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking I know how busy you all are, taking the time to meet with me and just reconnect now that it's November and we're getting a little bit longer into the fall, and trying to do the big push to kind of get our extended learning activities going even further. So again, I'm Dr. Schaff. I teach gaming courses at Hopkins during the summer. I also teach advanced instructional strategies in the spring. I've taught creativity there. I've been teaching at Hopkins since 2009. So, oh no, 2008. So 2008. I've been teaching there since 2008. So I've been teaching there a long time now. Um, just to kind of reiterate, we're looking at the Learning Arcade. So the Learning Arcade is a book. It's kind of like let's see, one, two, three. It's my fourth gaming book that I've written. And a lot of you are busy looking up games and trying to find like good educational games that future readers can look at and share with their students. So people have been very, starting to get a little bit more active in finding them and looking for them and sending them to me to look at. So I'm going to offer some further guidance tonight to kind of target and focus in on that. I'd like to start off by inviting and introducing Pete. So Pete, can you unmute yourself and just give you a brief little introduction? Pete was one of my star students last year who is volunteering to kind of help project manage this activity a little bit. So take it away, Pete.
Oh yeah, so hi, thank you. Hi everyone. Good to see you all. So my name is Zitan Wang, and just feel free to call me Peter. That's my English name. I just recently graduated from the Hopkins as the cohort 25 ATGL creative. Last year I was working with Dr. Chef to do the learning is exam learning work. Um, so this role for my currently is to volunteer as a mentor. So if anyone got any something quick question, just feel free to reach out to me, and I'm really happy to help everyone. Yeah.
And I'll share his email address at the very end. Again, Peter's like volunteering his time, so he's not. Already gave him a shout out to thank him for all his work in the past, but he decided he wanted to kind of stick on as he's furthering his advanced degrees and stuff. So I thought it was just really kind of him. So thank you again for meeting with me. So I'm going to go over the rest of the session and just say that I do appreciate how everybody's been working and stuff like that, but it's time to really kind of get going when it comes to the project. So I'm going to offer you a little bit more guidance. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I have a lot of screens to share, and I'll make sure that you all get this resource. So if you take a look in the chat box, I'm going to put up a revised, um, and I'll send this out by email too. I'm going to send the chat box. There is a link to this presentation. It's up there now, and I just kind of went through and revised and added some more content and help. So let me share my screen. Share. Yeah, share. Okay, so here we are, the Learning Arcade again. Okay. Uh, so I want to tell you this is that I did provide you all a rough draft of the manuscript, but to make life easier, I'm just going to put the link literally right on the front cover of this slideshow. So this way, if you ever need to get to the rough draft, you can just click on it and have access to it right away. The rough draft Microsoft Word document is just shy of like 300 pages. So it's kind of it's a decent sized book. Um, Let's see, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so the database. So step one is the database. And a lot of you have started working on the database, and I appreciate that. So the database is like one of the really big supplemental projects I have that's going to be given to readers. It's very comprehensive. It's getting close to 500. Now, three or four of you have sent me your 25 games and stuff, and I thought they were great. I've given feedback to those though. I want to just take a moment and recalibrate ourselves to what exactly is expected for each entry. Okay. So let me start off with this. I'm gonna just go right to here to this one that says Word Unscrambled. Okay. So if you look at Word Unscrambled, the title's clearly there. There's an image. Now, a lot of you are finding really good images, and my compliments to you. Find good images. If it's not great, let's see. A lot of you are adding the title pages, like a load screen or something like that, and it's nice and all. But the problem is that you don't really get an idea what the gameplay looks like. So my suggestion is like this one right here shows you what the game actually looks like. So when they play it, you can actually see it. This one you can see is kind of a title page. It's you don't get an idea what the game is. So try and find if you're taking a screenshot or you're finding a picture, make sure you're finding one of gameplay. Don't just try and find the title page or the load screen because people that are looking at it, they're not going to get an idea of what the gameplay is like. Okay. Game platform, make sure you're completing this out as well. Browser based means you can go there and just start playing with it. If it's a paid like Steam or something like that, put Steam or PC and stuff. Make sure that you're looking for each game. See if it's on multiple platforms. It might be on Steam, it might be on a PC. You want to kind of put them both down. Okay. Cost, again, the cost is kind of organized there. Free is free. $1 sign is usually, I think, under $5. $2 signs is like under $10. And anything over $10, I think, is three dollar signs. URL source. So the URL source here is that's the address for the game or for a download page or something that you can find out more about the game from. I had one or two people show me like Wikipedia articles about the game, which again I kind of liked, but if you go there, you're not going to be able to download and play the game. You can learn about the game. It's not a bad thing to have a Wikipedia link, but the URL source should really be how I can access the game or learn how to get the game. So make sure the URL source like link is something that's going to lead me to potentially download the game. Okay. The game descriptions, a lot of students will just do like one or two sentences. Try and do three or four. You really want to talk about the game, like the storyline of the game, but also what they're learning. What are players going to learn when they play the game? Uh, okay, Carrie's adding. Okay, so Carrie's joining us. Yeah, just letting her join. Hey, Carrie.
Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
We're just going over the database real quick. I'm just recalibrating them to the expectations of each. So it's I'm just gone through. I've just finished the game descriptions. Just asked them to do about three or four sentences or so for each one, and make sure not only does it summarize kind of like what they would be doing in the game, but also kind of like what they would be learning. Um,
Perfect.
yep. Then I went on to subject areas. So for subject area. A lot of people are just putting all these like really broad subjects, like, it might be like history or I don't know, geez, oh man, like like Chinese culture or something like that. Try and stick to when it comes to subject areas, it's really trying to focus on academic subjects, as in English language arts, ELL, which is TESOL, like learning English language learning, science. If it's teaching you coding, that's fine. Put coding, but try and stick to the main subject areas, not like all these broad ideas. If you really want if you really, oh no, Carrie, I'm sorry, hand, foot, mouth is not fun. Um, hand, foot.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, it's a nasty virus. Our kids have it. Oh, it's terrible. Oh,
Yeah, one of them, it's in his mouth, so dinner
I
is,
I
yeah.
know. I
So,
remember. Both of my kids have gotten it. It's just not fun, and it's just painful.
yeah.
They get the little salve that goes in the back of their throat.
And
Uh,
I've been
Phil,
hearing it's been going around, so I figured
yeah.
we were bound to get it, but
Uh, All right. Well, my prayers are with them. If you have to bug out because you
Thank
have to
you.
take care of them, feel free to.
I might
Um,
stick around for another 5, 10 minutes, but then yeah, I might need to.
Totally fine. Totally fine. And then concepts and skills, that's really where you can start to get into the nitty-gritty, exactly what they would be learning. So a lot of people kind of put what they should put the concept and skills tags, they put the subject area. Just subject area, pretend you're learning it in school and put it there. But all the specific ideas like vocabulary and senses and antonyms and synonyms and all that stuff, put that in concepts and skills tags. Okay, that's really about like this is exactly what they'd be learning if they play the game. Okay. So that's just a like a recalibration of expectations for the database. People have been sending me the databases. I've been taking a quick, they've been sending me their entries. Once I say, hey, it's good to go, I mean, last year we actually had people just putting it down right here. You didn't even have to send me Word documents. Just go ahead and start to put it on here. Sorry, it's going so fast. We have a lot of them. But start to go ahead and start to 454. Go ahead and just start putting them down and putting the content down. So this way we can start to fill it up. Okay, so let me go move on. So the database, try and get these there sooner the rather than later, so we can also make sure it's good. So let's see. And again, here's the links, and I'll make sure that this I did share this with you. If you need to go back and just look for guidance, go ahead and just look at this. Okay. Each entry. Okay, so okay. So let me go ahead and talk about next is phase two. So, and this is Pete's been really good about this because he was a rock star last time, is quality assurance. So when people find, first off, you really should be playing these games. I understand you can't play them all, but you really should be playing them, at least watching videos on them. I need to know that when you put a game up in the database, that it's going to perform well. It's going to teach what it's supposed to be taught. So it's not just like a waste of their time. So I need like two or three people that do a very good job of finding the content to go through and test it. Number one, they make sure the formatting's correct. They make sure it's a good entry. Two, they make sure the game looks like it's going to be a good game. It's going to teach what it's supposed to teach, what you're suggesting it teaches. So I need people to start to become, people that are far along, and there are. I think I said like I think I sent back like one or two drafts already, maybe even three of people that already found their 25 games that have to just do some revisions, but within probably a week they could be done and they could actually start to go through and just do some quality assurance. So phase two, quality assurance, I need a few people, and Pete's like been a great I Pete actually kind of volunteered to kind of be a manager of the situation. So and he did a lot of work last year. I thought that he could assist and that you could assist him in going through and doing quality assurance. That is going through and making sure that the game database is up, it's running, it's formatted well, and the games that are in there are actually teaching what they're supposed to. So I'm looking for folks to actually help me there. Okay. Now, the social media marketing plan and campaign. I have to say it's kind of, I had some people that tried, and unfortunately, I think they tried and they kind of stalled. I think what they did was a lot of people went on ChatGPT, entered little content, and they just really probably didn't, maybe they didn't look at the examples. Maybe they're just like, oh, this is what he's looking for, but it's not. So what I did is I produced a couple examples to show you exactly what my expectations are for these social media marketing tasks and activities. Okay. So let's say, for instance, Facebook, which is a popular social media brand for teachers. Facebook and definitely LinkedIn are the two that I'm really targeting a lot of. Okay, number one, here is an image of, I wish they would do a nice cover like this. So here is, I'm still sharing, right? Everybody can still see, okay? Okay. Let me make it a little bigger. Okay. So what I did was I took my time to make a really nice image. So it doesn't look cartoonish. It looks like a teacher actually teaching using games. And what I did was I made sure to kind of put like a mock cover there, and that's okay if it's not the perfect cover, but it's good. It's pretty cool. So you'll see that I did a hook, like a little line to kind of get me in. Learning has entered a new level. Welcome to the Learning Arcade. I do an introduction from board games to video games. Learning Arcade, empowering education with gaming, reveals how play transforms how kids think, collaborate, and learn. Co-authors Dr. Ryan Schaaf, Carrie Engel blend research, storytelling, and hands-on strategies to help teachers, parents, and leaders bring meaningful gaming into learning spaces. So, readers will discover why games improve motivation, focus, and problem solving, how to find high quality, age appropriate digital games, what the future of learning looks like in an AI and gaming driven world. Call to action, get your copy and unlock the power of play today. And even though the link's not ready yet, I can easily link it right here. So that would be an ideal post. Okay, this is something that I can copy and paste and I actually can put online in a matter of like probably 2 or 3 minutes. I need you all to create more of these. Here's another one I did for let's see, not I don't want to do that one. I want to do here's one for LinkedIn, okay? What if the most engaging learning tool in the 21st century was a game controller? So games don't just entertain, they teach, inspire, and connect, blah, blah, blah. And you'll see it's the same type of formula. It's the takeaways. It's what people are going to learn in here. It's kind of like really trying to persuade people to buy the book. A call to action. Even here's a little purchase link to where when I get it, it's ready to go. So this is kind of like what I need. I need a mixture of images. You mean, look how great these images are. It took ChatGPT probably like 2 minutes to generate these, two pictures right here. So just take your time, program a really good prompt to create like some sort of marketing resource like this. So I need people to be creating social marketing resources. And I know I have a lot of people that are strong, and I'd like to see that. Okay. Okay. Phase four is executive summary. So an executive summary is kind of like a free is a free what's the best way? It's kind of a free preview of the book. It gives readers a little taste of what the book is going to be about without giving them the whole entire book. Here's a couple examples of some executive summaries that I had from the past. Okay, so here's one that I created for A Brief History of the Future of Education. Let me see if I can open it. It's being spastic. Come on. There we go. So you'll see it's a nice cover, and I do a lot of images with a little bit of text. And this is the nice thing about having ChatGPT is that you can actually do a little section on this, and you can have it, you can take some sections, put some information in here, and see if you can create yourself a nice executive summary. You'll see it's about, this is about 12 to 13 pages of content that gives everybody a taste, but not everything. I did put my last book up here, which is I think Game On. Here it is. Oh, actually that's not an executive summary. Here's another executive summary I made for the Learner Choice, Learner Voice. So it just gives people a little bit of information about the book. It kind of summarizes the chapters. It's a mixture of images, of graphics, of good stuff. I do like this one. It's really nice. So I need that. I need an executive summary. I also need what's called a one pager. A one pager is a marketing thing to where if I go to a conference, I can hand this out and people can order it right away. Here's an example of one I used for Game On. I just showed this to you. It's a really big title. It's a picture of the book. It's a quick little exciting reel. It talks about the benefits. It would give like a really cool quote from the book and a little order today. And this stuff would obviously be blank until I'm ready to publish it, but at least you could start me on this content. Okay. So I need somebody who could do an executive summary and somebody who could produce a couple of these one pagers. I'd like them kind of like some different formats. Okay. Okay. see, executive summary is that. What I'm going to do is I showed you a couple examples of that. I'm going to show you. Uh, so the publisher did give me an advanced copy of the book, and we're not super happy with what they did. So they're actually going back and revising. I'm actually meeting with the publisher today. But this is kind of like a quick little preview of what the book looks like. So as you can see, it's a lot of good content. It's a lot of materials and stuff. And I end up discovering they're missing like a chapter, they're missing like sections, and it's just a nightmare. But as you can see, here's the book. It's getting there. It's getting to be developed. It's about 250 pages, but it's going to change. I can't hand this out to you all, so I gave you the copy I sent to the publisher, so it's still a Word document. But I wanted to show you what it looked like. Okay. So I'll put this social media resource up for you all to see as well. I think that is about all the updates that I can think of for now. Are there any other questions, any other feedback? Pete, Carrie, anything that I've forgotten?
Just to reiterate, and when you mentioned, making sure that the games actually fit the what we're saying that they're supposed to be learning, and making sure that links actually work. Sometimes people will find a really good game, but the game's no longer supported. So, the link takes you to Google Play, but you actually can't download the game. So then we're kind of sending teachers on a wild goose chase. So that's why it is important to make sure that you play the game, actually make sure that the links work and things like that. Um, yeah, I think that's it. I think you covered everything, Ryan.
Uh, and Pete, I think we're good when it comes to the database. So th for the remainder up until because I think you guys are pretty much done in about was it 5 or 6 weeks or so? I think it's mid-December. So the big goal now, get your databases done, get your submissions done. I really need some social media resources. If there's somebody who wants to say, you know what, I don't want to do social media, I really want to tackle the executive summary, or I want to really make these really cool marketing flyers that I just showed you, the one pagers, you can go ahead and do that as well. But I really just I need to start to see the content flow. If you're interested in joining Pete with quality assurance, I really need people that are close to being done and submitting their 25. I really need people going through and doing exactly what Carrie and Pete had mentioned, just checking the games, making sure they're accurate, making sure they're teaching what they're supposed to be teaching the players, stuff like that. I really need some quality assurance people. You did see that I did put the names up in the document. It's right when I started. It's right at the beginning of the chapter. I don't know if I can. I could definitely do it on the digital copy. I can't probably do it on the hard copy anymore. So please make sure that you're following through, doing the work. And if you have questions, reach out to me. I have been a lot faster in getting your feedback for the database. I've been really fast in getting it back to you. There was like about a week or so where I was too busy with work to even focus on it. Now it's usually about a day or so I get you back your feedback. So okay. Are there any questions from the four of you that joined me? I'm gonna stop recording right now.